Welcome to Daily Stretch 3. Start off with the right hand against the wall at shoulder height. Rotate the body and step forward with the right foot. Press the shoulder and the hip against the wall. Try and rotate the left shoulder around as far as you can, stretching through the chest, and hold for 1 minute. Gently release on the right arm and change sides. Once again making sure the hand goes out at shoulder height and step forward, this time with the left foot. Press the hips and the shoulder against the wall and then rotate the shoulders round to the right. Release the stretch and step forward to the wall. Place the toes of the right foot against the wall and then press the right knee towards the wall, stretching up through the calf and into the Achilles heel. Keep pushing the weight forward all the time, trying to increase the stretch. Gently release the stretch, come away and change the legs, taking the left foot to the wall. Again, press the left knee towards the wall, pushing the body forward and stretching out the calf. Come away from the wall and bring the body down. Bring the left foot against the wall and the left knee underneath the hip. Use the right knee support and press the hips forward, squeezing the glutes on the left, stretching up through the quad and into the hip flexor. Gently release the stretch. Change sides. Make sure the right knee comes underneath the hip line, and then press the hips forward again. Use that left knee as a support for the body weight. Try and squeeze through the glutes to help stretch the quad. Come down onto your back and bring the soles of the feet against the wall wider than the shoulders. Try and have the hips close to the wall and take the hands over the top of the head. Try and flatten through the back, pressing the spine into the mat. Hands against the floor, back of the hands pressing down, back of the arms pressing down. Try and keep the hips nice and wide as you stretch through the back of the body. Bring the hands over by the side of the body and extend the legs up the wall. Push the heels up to the ceiling, making sure the pelvis is as close to the wall as possible. Then press the hips down and forward towards the wall, stretching up through the hamstrings. Keep pulling the toes towards you throughout. Bring the legs down and push the body back slightly. Keep the left foot against the wall and bring the right ankle onto the left knee. Push the right knee away to start forming the stretch and then press the hips back and down into the mat. Stretching up through the hips and around the piriformis. Start to release the stretch and change sides. Left foot onto the right knee, and once again, once you've got that knee being pushed away, push the hips down into the mat. release the stretch, and come round onto your feet. Adopt a low squat position. Press the back against the wall and try and flatten the spine against it. Pushing the hips down towards the floor all the time and the knees open. Increasing the range of movement in the hips, stretching through the inside of the thighs. Push the crown of the head up and really drive the back of the pelvis and the shoulders against the wall. Come away from the wall now, dropping the right leg in front of the body and forming 90-90. So the lead leg 90 degrees in front and the rear leg 90 degrees to the side. And then rotate round to the right hand side. Take the body round as far as you can and try and sit as tall as you can. Try and keep the lead knee pressing down towards the floor, increasing the stretch through the hips. Start to now release the stretch and change the sides. Left leg coming in front, 90 degrees. Right leg to the rear at 90 degrees. And then rotate round to the left, pressing the left knee in towards the mat. Once again, sit as tall as you can. Bring the legs into a cross-leg position in front of the body. Knees nice and wide, and then breathe out and push the chest down between the gap of the knees. Try and relax through the back, and as the stretch develops, push the chest down further. Come around onto your back. Take the left leg nice and long and bring the right heel up to the right hip, and then push the knee back down in towards the mat. Try and flatten through the back as much as possible and try and drive the right knee constantly towards the mat, stretching through the quads. Keep the pressure throughout the stretch and press the knee down as much as possible. Start to release the stretch and change sides. Bring in the left heel up towards the bum. Straighten through the right leg. And then press the back and hips into the mat as you press the left knee down towards the floor. Release the stretch and bring the knees into the chest. Hold them tight for a moment, bringing the forehead towards the knees. Then bring the feet up towards the ceiling, keeping the knees and the shoulders. Reach up through the center, grab hold of the instep and pull down, driving the knees into the back of the arms. Keep the knees nice and wide into a stretch known as Happy Baby. Pull as hard as you can and push the knees out nice and wide throughout. Gently release Happy Baby, come round onto all fours. Tuck the toes, breathe out, tuck the hips under and tuck the chin under, arching through the spine, pulling up the core gently. Arching the back up to the ceiling, drive the hands into the mat. Nice stretch through the back in cat. Pushing the spine up, but drop the bum back slightly towards the heels. Push the hands harder into the mat, and this will increase the stretch through the back. Then bring the hands forward and drop back down into child's pose. Stretching the hands as far forward as you can, pull the hips back and then squeeze down the lats to pull the shoulder blades away from the ears. Gently release from child's pose, up onto all fours, and then take the hips high. Walk the hands and feet together, and then press the chest down towards the thighs. Keep the knees slightly soft, increasing the pressure through the back of the legs and through the back. Then tuck the chin under and press the chest harder to the thighs into a nice forward fold. Hold the pressure as much as you can.